some news to talk today. Oh my gosh, man. Listen, y'all. I know y'all see the news that's going around, what's going on with Microsoft. Microsoft is planning, I repeat, supposedly, I gotta say speculation because I have no inside information on this. I've heard things, but I can't confirm them. There's some people that's claiming to be employees talking about this. You start seeing some articles claiming that they're correct. I don't know 100%. But it turns out I was pretty much right. And this is the first steps into Microsoft actually evolving as a company, evolving as an ecosystem, evolving as the best value in gaming. That is their goal. That's always been their goal. And we're going to talk about this article from specifically XboxEra.com that Microsoft is planning to release some of their games on PlayStation. And hey, before you guys get mad at me, I didn't write the article, I'm just reading it. And some of my plots and some of the way I was thinking is actually going forward. You know what I'm saying? So let's check out this article from Xbox Era right now. Okay, so let's check out this article from Xbox Era. From PlayStation 5, from John Clark. No offense, I can't pronounce your last name, buddy, but we're gonna use you. Okay. For many weeks now, rumors have persisted regarding Microsoft's intentions to release a number of first-party games, namely Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves, on rival platforms. According to our sources, who have asked to remain anonymous because they would not authorize to talk about company plans. That list of games including Bethesda's game studio Starfield. Some of you guys have known for a long time now, some of you guys know, so I'm a major Starfield fan. I love Starfield, but I believe that since Starfield was on Xbox, it did not get the right justification and it got the harsh criticism that it deserved. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. We know there was an Xbox tax. This is the first step into seeing how there is a true Xbox tax to see how well the game actually is. And they're probably going to come out with the DLC, launching with that later on this year on PlayStation 5. And more people can actually play the game and actually see truly what the game is about. And this is going to be after all the fixes and stuff as far as I remember. Now, let's go back to this. Starfield released back in August. It was August when Starfield came out? No, I could have sworn Starfield came. Yeah, okay, it did come out in August because it was the early access. My bad. Okay. Fairly positive reception despite the narrative how now exists online. And it was the biggest Bethesda game launch of all time, surpassing 6 million players within a week of release. That have we covered. We talked about this countless times ad nauseum. Now we look through, Microsoft are planning to bring Bethesda's newest RPG universe to an entirely new platform, PS5. According to sources, we understand that currently Microsoft is planning a launch for Starfield on PlayStation 5 post the release of the already announced Starfield Shattered Space. Okay, Starfield Shattered Space, we have no information on it. There was a leaked image that came out a long time ago, but is since confirmed to be false. As far as I know, it's confirmed false. There's a logo and everything, so it looks pretty much false. It's probably like I want to say AI generated thing. It's probably like a random planet on Starfield that looks something in a distant galaxy, but that's all we have to go for. Now, let's keep on going. For Xbox and PC, which on target to arrive at some point later this year, which I will be playing, we've also been informed that Microsoft had additional investment into PlayStation 5 dev kits to support ongoing development efforts, adding further fuel to the fire. And I'll give you my stance later on about how I feel about this too. You guys probably heard me talk about it earlier, but I got to be straightforward because no one's believing me. As already existing rumors have suggested, the idea of bringing first-party titles to competing console platforms is a massive change in strategy for Microsoft. And from what I understand, it's not been without fierce internal debate and new direction. Releasing Starfield on PlayStation 5 contradicts the original statement around exclusivity made by President of Xbox Sarah Bond during the Xbox and Bethesda Game Studios Summer Showcase 2021. Yes, that right there is a point of contention because I remember them talking about that. Exclusivity does matter. And what I believe is, I'll just bring it up now. Xbox should have extreme time exclusivity. Meaning, like I said in my short and everything, Xbox, you can release your games on other consoles, but what you need to do is have extreme time exclusivity. Extreme time exclusivity. Have the games come out a year or two down the line. Have them get extreme FOMO. Listen, if you're gonna do something, use the core PlayStation 5 fan base. I said it ad nauseum. If they want to play this game, you gotta get it on console, but make it so difficult to you to play that game on that platform. Literally, do it. Charge them more money. Do something, even though after the ABK deal, I don't think they can do that. That's the whole issue. The ABK deal brought out one thing in Microsoft, that you have to have, they have so many IPs, right? Microsoft has a lot of IPs. You have to sparingly branch off those IPs to the other platform, because these PlayStation fans are so stone fast. They're not gonna come to your platform for specific things. They're not. So if they want to play the game, use your game fan base and take that shit out on them. You know what I'm saying? Use these games to bring them on that console. Make them spend their money and have, unless the only way that won't happen is if they get barred from playing your games on Xbox. If they get barred, you know, they ban all Xbox platforms and players from their console. Maybe you can have some crossplay in there. Oh, you want this game? Oh, you have to get it over here. That's what they want to do. But showing them these PlayStation fanboys, they don't want to have that talk. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play a game, go ahead and play the game, regardless of what platform it is. They will specifically be steadfast and don't buy it on that platform. Me, I got everything, including a PC. I like to play games. I'm not going to sit here and go on one platform. Never have. Like, that's just not in me. I don't give a shit about that. I don't, you know. It is what it is. But the Sarah Bond thing, there's a way she said it was correct, but how long is exclusivity? Like I said, take a page out of Sony's playbook. Time exclusivity on certain things, because there are certain games that's skipping Xbox entirely, which is BS, because they don't want to work with them. You know what I'm saying? There's something with that. That's kind of weird. So use that fan base. Let's keep on going with this article. All right. According to the sources at Microsoft, senior leadership have reportedly debated that various pros and cons of releasing more than their exclusive software elsewhere. And internally, not everyone is necessarily happy with that direction. But recouping the potential money left on the table by not releasing elsewhere was arguably one out. That is good and bad ultimately, or at least for me. Like I said, you can bring your games to other consoles, but make it way down the line. Make the definitive edition or something, like they have to say. Make the Game of the Year edition or something and put it on the other console. Then they can get the full versions of those games at the very end later on. But get them with FOMO. If you want to play that game, FOMO it. Either play it on PC, on Xbox, or wait a couple years down the line. Or if it's a multiplayer game, go ahead and shoot it down the line. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give it to them. Crossplay it. Awesome. That's a great idea. According to sources, Sci-Fi Rush release on rival platforms is tentatively planned for Q1 this year, and we've advised to expert Microsoft to make more public announcement on this new strategy this month. How do you feel about Starfield's coming to PS5 through all this? Okay, me, that's the official article right there. You can read it right here, but now we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty, so I give you some more in-depth details of how I feel about it. So let's go back full screen. Okay, people, some of you guys are not gonna like what I gotta say. I've always said Xbox needs to evolve. This is like the main thing, because no one likes for me to read the article and talk. Xbox had to evolve. They had to evolve with Game Pass originally. They had to, because it was downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? So Game Pass became the best value game. They can't go the power route. They can't. Because people like the PS5. Xbox didn't have the talent and stuff to make their games. People didn't want to buy games on Xbox. Fine. Here is one thing that people are understanding. I made a tweet yesterday. Xbox, this is what you should do. Some people didn't look at it, so I'm gonna say it here. You're probably not gonna watch the video either. But anyway, Xbox. If you have Game Pass, you can get a discount on these games. Get a discount on these games for Xbox? Well, you have Game Pass. You have to have some kind of perk for you to play these games on Game Pass and buy them. If you want to buy the game, you can get a discount, play day one, day Game Pass. That's good. But if you want to play the game on PlayStation, like I said in my tweet, scumbag route. Charge them full price with DLC, add extra bucks on there. Fine, cool, but they get it way down the line. That is the whole step right here. That's what you need to do. Have it hold down the line. Charge them more money. Do something. You know, take the scumbag route to force them to go to Xbox and PC. You see what I'm saying? I would do that. Like I said, if you want to use the fan base, really use that fan base. Get it in their wallet. Pay more money on for the PlayStation platform. Instead, go to Xbox Game Pass. I would do that. You know, you see what I'm saying? Charge them. That's all you gotta do. Attack that wallet. Attack that wallet. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah. If you guys don't know that reference, man, come on now. If you guys don't know that reference at this point, you just look it up. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, Microsoft is in an interesting position right now. After the ABK deal, there is so much in the funnel. There's so much in that funnel with these IPs that you have to branch out. You truly have to branch out. And that's what I believe. Have all these people, if you break down some of these Call of Duty studios, even though Call of Duty is so big right now, break down the studios have their own individual games, release on Xbox Game Pass. Okay, we're not hitting this margin. Release to the other platform. Xbox wouldn't be doing this if they was hitting their margins. If people were playing their games, they would not release it on the other platform. Because they're not strictly PC, they're strictly console as well. They have both. You see what I'm saying? You Xbox fanboys, you gotta understand that. If you guys think I'm an Xbox fanboy, I've never aligned with you or PlayStation or Nintendo like that. Never, never, never. I speak strictly on the games. Fallout, I'm a Bethesda guy. I speak Bethesda games, I like fighting games, I like RPGs. That is what I do. Some of you guys need to think for a minute. Think business-wise. You gotta think business-wise, because some of this stuff, what you're saying, is not working. You see fake insiders reporting on things just because they have subs. Okay, there's one guy that got outed. He was fake. So far, he was fake. He had to delete his account. Maybe he was under NDA. Maybe he was real. You never know. Supposedly he left a paper trail that left to his Twitter, and he had nothing to do with Microsoft and ZeniMax. I didn't look in that to it, but I looked at it for a little bit. I'm like, eh. But for me, on the other hand, I honestly don't care. I don't care. I'm on the fence of, if you want to play a game, you do anything you can to play the game. If Xbox wants to release on the other platforms, go ahead. But there needs to be a specific reason why you would do it. I believe, like I said earlier, I'll say it again ad nauseum. If they're not hitting their margins, release it on the other platform. If they are hitting their margins for people purchasing your games, okay, then release it on your platform. It's a give and take. You see what I'm saying? Because we know Game Pass has made their quotas, supposedly, or at least that's what they're reporting. They made their quotas. Hey, we got to make some more money. We got all these studios and stuff. We got to pay them. We're Microsoft, Big Daddy Microsoft, woohoo. But we're Xbox. We gotta make this money back. Okay, give them a hand-me-down of games down the line. Use them. PC, Xbox first, down the line, PlayStation. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. Are PlayStation fans willing to wait? Okay, if they're willing to wait, they're willing to pay the consequences. You see what I'm saying? Get spoiled on the game. You know, if they want the game over there, fine, cool. It is what it is. But today, this past couple days, Microsoft has not been transparent enough. Honestly, they have not been transparent enough. Are they waiting because they knew they told them one thing and did something else? We knew, or at least I've said this, we knew for a fact. You know, I said in my old videos, this is a new Microsoft. This was a new direction. After the ABK deal, it's time to move forward. This is technically Microsoft's way of moving forward. Microsoft is not in the business of exclusivity. It's a console exclusive then, because the marketing rights and stuff for, okay, I see people trying to use the marketing stuff for Starfield saying, oh, you promised us this. Yes, they promised you this at this certain point. The marketing for Starfield was over then. It was exclusive. It's not exclusive now. You know what I'm saying? You can't sue them for that because they market it as exclusive for this current time period. The time period's over, buddy. It is. That's how marketing works. You can get it over here now because you're going to say exclusive. Exclusive. This also brings the point back up with Marvel's Blade. That's probably a multiplayer too. Are they going to release that on PlayStation as well? I don't know. If the goal is to get money, Microsoft can make that money. They can, but it needs to be at a certain standpoint, you know? Hey, just think, man, if Microsoft wants to be real evil, have them release a portion of the game on PlayStation. Have them release half the game on PlayStation. You pay this much, release it to them in increments. Or is that too much? You know what I'm saying? Oh, part 1 of Blade on PlayStation, part 2 later on this Christmas or something. Honestly, man, if you wanna be evil with it, there's ways to be evil with a corporation. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just like when I talk in these things, I speak worst case scenario most of the time. Just think, and you wouldn't even own the games too, especially on a disc like that. Oh man, that's crazy, dog. But that's almost all I gotta say. I'm just giving tips and stuff off the dome. If you want a worst case scenario, they can always do that as well. Because just think, people, we wouldn't be in this situation if you guys bought Microsoft games. See what I'm saying? You gotta evolve, man. That's all I gotta say, because remember what they said, Phil Spencer and them said, PlayStation is, we gotta think of PlayStation as part of this community, PlayStation, Nintendo. Our real goal, our real rivals is Google, Amazon, Apple. I say Google, no, not Google, they have stated that flop. Apple and Amazon. That is our, that right there is our enemies. That is our rivals, not PlayStation, Nintendo. Ultimately, Microsoft is giving you bang for your buck. Technically, if they do this, it's a win-win for Microsoft. And a lot of you people a lot of you pure Xbox folks don't want to talk about that. Because your whole brand is to build up Xbox. I know once you hit that wallet, getting that Twitter money, getting that X money, guys, it is what it is. You got to rebrand. That's why I always stay neutral. People say, oh, I talk about this because I like this. I talk about this because I like this. Hey, do what you got to do, but you're going to see a lot of folks trying to attempt to rebrand. And it is what it is, man. I'm not that popular. I'm not. I just talk how I feel, but hey, technically for Microsoft, it's a win-win. But the mixed messaging that they're not saying anything about it, and I seen the people in the Twitter comments commenting up under their Cerebon and Phillips, but you gotta say something. My guy, it's not that serious. I like games. I can criticize them, but I'm not gonna bug their personal shit. You know what I mean? I don't see what's up with y'all, man. Y'all some rabid fanboys, man. You know, there's rabid fanboys on every side. Even Nintendo. You guys are draconian as well. You know, that Power Word stuff, oof. I ain't making no short about that. But you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That's all I gotta say, people. This is just me rambling. And I would have made a live stream on this because I'm gonna start live streaming at some point. But it is what it is, people. And if you guys believe me what I'm saying, why don't you drop that sub? I would like to hear what you guys in the comments. If you're a fanboy, beware, because I don't roll with that shit. So, all right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, peace, and for some more gaming content.